Hello, welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How's things, mate?
Just getting blown away, as everyone has found out
And now I can hear the
this
rain
week.
coming down on top. Like, we're meant to be spring now. It's gone to shit real quick.
And then you got, yes, it's spring, and we're all at the end of winter, and Brisbane gets 35-degree weather, which
I
is
heard about that. It's insane.
absolutely ridiculous. How's that
Meanwhile, yeah,
working, don't you?
we're having like equivalents of
warming.
Category 3 cyclones blowing through rural Victoria. Insane. Anyway, we've survived all that, and here we are to record Patched again. And last week there was a Nintendo Direct, two of them technically, an Indie World and one of their partner showcases. So I guess if there's like a spectrum of all of the Nintendo Directs, you know, from the good sort to the shit sort, both of these kind of on the shit side in terms of not just the quality of them, but in terms of like I guess the prestige. You've got like a normal Nintendo Direct that is on the good end, and then maybe one of their minis, and then the partner showcase or the Indie World, and then the partner showcase. And we unfortunately got the two that are on the shit end. But even within those, I don't know about you, but I was pretty flat watching both of these showcases. They went for about 45 minutes, split between two shows, and didn't love either of them. What about you?
Well, I honestly just had it in the background because same with you. It's like indie games are like cool, great.
I mean, I
It's
like
great to see
indies.
some indie games.
I
I
just
like
didn't.
indies, yes, but there's nothing. I hate to say it, there wasn't a lot there. The only thing I laughed at, I know we've got a little list there, but all I did was laugh at Power Wash Simulator with the
Shrek.
special. I was just laughing at it. I thought, oh, they've got to come up with everything. It's just,
Well, you've gone from like
this is what.
pressure washing Lara Croft's mansion to giant vehicles from Final Fantasy VII remake, and now Shrek Swamp.
I'm
Okay.
surprised they haven't done a Ghostbusters one yet. In New York
Have
City,
they?
washing away the marshmallow
Stay Puft.
debris of the old Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I would say, surely not.
Power
Sure they're gonna think of that.
Ghostbusters. Is that a thing?
Ghostbusters? No, surely not. Unless I was made
Nah.
a mod.
Nah, there's nothing like that.
There you go, Power Wash Simulator.
There's opportunities
Might be-
here that you just haven't tapped yet. Matto will take his finder's fee though. So maybe we'll start with the indie world part of it first, because I guess if I was to talk about one half or the other, I would say this was still the stronger half. But outside of Power Wash Sim partnering with Shrek, what was there anything that really kind of caught your interest at all?
Not really. I think it just got really, really weird with date everything.
Date everything.
Came up. I thought, just yeah, I don't know. Like, yes, you could date your vacuum cleaner or your dishwasher. Like, no, that's just weird.
I don't understand the
people
whole
get off on
dating
that
sim
stuff.
thing in the first place. I don't
Me
really
either.
understand it.
I
But
don't get it. But then going to that extreme, I'm thinking, okay, this is getting weird and silly. What's next?
yeah,
I don't know.
I've got nothing when it comes to that one. And I say that I don't understand, dating sims. Like, I'm okay with games like, say a BioWare RPG where among the many different things that are going on, or The Witcher, that there's relationships and those sort of things that kind of form along the way. But that's like a part of an actual experience, not the experience on its own. And I've never quite understood this. And this is like right up there on the, as far as I'm concerned, the dumb end of things, even within the dating sim realm, because I mean, maybe that works to its advantage in the end because it's just so ridiculous that you can only laugh at it. Maybe that's the sort of tone that we're going to get in the end. But
I sort of also
yeah,
feel like the novelty will wear off very quickly.
I feel like it's not going to have a lot of...
Unless you're going to have a little small group going, hey, what are you dating today? Oh, I'm dating a fork. I'm dating a spoon. I'm thinking, no, just get me out of here.
Yeah.
This is getting weird.
Yeah, I've got nothing. To quickly whip through the list of... And we're not going to kind of discuss every single thing here, but if there's anything along the way that kind of interests you, talk about it. First up, they announced that there was a Friends of Jimbo free update to Balatro, which is definitely one of the biggest games of the year, the card game Balatro. They've paired up with Witcher 3, Dave the Diver, Among Us, and Vampire Survivors. They've got 4 different collaborations that are all just. I think it was day and date. They just said, "Hey, it's available now. Go get them. Go play with them." I don't know what it adds to the Ballacho experience, or they're just kind of skins for different cards, which would still be cool. It's a free update, so you're not paying for it. Who cares? But
Yeah, it just reminded me of this to play Dave the Diver. It's like, oh yeah, that reminds me.
yeah, I redeemed that on PlayStation Plus, and I
And
definitely want to give it a go.
Among Us came out. I thought, oh, people are still playing that game. I forgot about
A
it.
lot of teens. In my job, I still see and hear enough of it. Never, I believe, was always the pronunciation. It was the next game from the team who did Gree or Gris, Gree,
okay.
whatever people called it. The problem I have with this one is I think it's probably going to be an excellent game, just like Gree was, but they just seem to refuse to want to show what the game kind of is for the most part. Like, gameplay is just not something they care about. This game would do very well in an Xbox showcase from 2 years ago, where they just refuse to show gameplay, or a PlayStation State of Play.
I was gonna say, or the big showcase from last year where they just showed, well, nothing really.
Yeah.
Except earbuds.
So
that's it.
That comes out. They gave a date for it, October 15th. I'll probably check it out because the last game was good, but I just don't know what I'm actually playing yet. Moth Cubit was a game that was revealed. It was like an RPG of sorts. The way they used lighting was really interesting, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll wait and see if it's any good. Coffee Talk Tokyo. Haven't played any other Coffee Talk games, and I don't know. It's those sorts of games, just those highly conversational ones. They're not my vibe for the most part. I need some sort of deeper interaction with the controller.
Yes, I don't want a text-based game. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can do that in some cases, but like, okay,
sit there. If it goes on for like 2 hours or something, just non-stop text. Like, no.
Yeah, it's a lot. And learning about the woes of these characters, I'm like, you're not even real. Like, there's no investment.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're not real.
Some people do. To some people, they're real.
And to those people, I'm sorry that I've offended you, but I suspect you clicked off the moment I made that comment. So, they're not real characters, so there's zero investment for me in the first place, and so I just can't get around it. Again, a bit like the relationships thing when I was talking about Witcher and BioWare games and those sorts of things. It's when that is the investment in the character should be a part of more that you're doing. There's a world, there's a story they're exploring, and then you meet these characters and you kind of form relationships with them. You get interested in their stories. Like, that's the sort of storytelling and that's the sort of character interaction I'm looking for. Not okay, sit down, plop down in this random time. You're in this little cardboard box space and interact with these people and learn about them. Like, no, it just feels forced. So not really for me. This is one that I'm absolutely all over. Sea of Thieves, Throes of the Watchmaker. Sea of Stars, I should say. Sea of Stars is one of my favourite games of last year. I backed it on Kickstarter 5 years ago or whatever now. And yeah, they'd always kind of teased during the Kickstarter campaign that it was going to be DLC, but we hadn't seen or heard anything. They've announced that now it's going to come out. It says spring 2025. That'll be our autumn, so somewhere in that March to May window. But I'm largely pretty keen to just now that it's been announced. Sure, like I saw that debut trailer, and now I'm just gonna put my head in the sand and try and ignore it for a little while and just wait for it to come out. You didn't play Sea of Stars, did you?
No, I'll get around to it one day.
I was gonna say could be a classic sort of JRPG that might be your speed.
Games Pass. I think I've seen it on Games Pass.
It definitely was. I don't know if it still is, but yeah.
I was looking at I should probably play that, and then just ignored it.
Yeah.
As I do with like a lot of games on Games Pass. Like, I probably should play it, and never got to it.
I've cancelled Game Pass now.
Ooh.
Sorry, Xbox.
Fair enough.
Well, I get sent like a lot of the things that I'm going to take most interest in from Xbox specifically. They get me a code, so I'm like, okay, so the big ticket items, I'm wasting my money on, and then a lot of the indies I'll have access to in various different ways, or I'll prefer to play it on PlayStation. Like, okay, not much point.
A lot of other, and pretty much all the other third-party games are on PlayStation anyway.
Yeah, and I know I'd have to pay for those, like in larger amounts, but some of those I'll get for codes, and then I just realised that there was a good 6 to 12 months where I just basically hadn't used Game Pass for anything, and I was still paying for it. I'm like, oh, I've got to cancel this. And maybe I'll subscribe 1 month at a time or something like that.
Maybe you should subscribe to the EB stupid thing of buying 10 pairs of socks to get one free.
I haven't subscribed to EB World Plus or whatever that was. Next up is, well, we've already touched on Power Wash Sim, so we can move on from there. Morsels was a weird one right before Date Everything. Just a lot of shit jokes, a lot of intestinal sort of stuff. Okay, sure. Like, it looks like it might be a decent game, but it was weird. Any thoughts on Morsels or nothing really?
And then after that, it got even more weirder. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it was like 2 people that made it or something like that. I don't know. I just looked and went, okay, this is getting weird, and then it got weirder after that. I think
They just kept doubling down. To their credit, they made it work. Date Everything we've discussed. Peglin, which was a day and date drop. I liked Peggle, the EA Peggle games, and this is kind of a roguelite-y sort of spin-off of Peggle, but I don't want roguelites in my Peggle experience. Just let me play Peggle. Have you played any of the Peggle games before?
no.
Oh, I think you'd have a great time with it. They're low-key, crazy addictive. And they're probably on Game Pass too. Like, EA would have put them on there.
That's my concern with addictive games that just there's no point to it, and it just keep played and played and played.
But just like,
play.
but arcadey
I
sort of
think
style, so it's fun.
Okay, well, I could play 100 hours of Xenoblade 3.
That's true.
Instead of
That's true.
Peggle.
Wobbly
my
Life
zero.
was there, which for some reason, like we were talking beforehand, that you kind of missed the Plucky Squire, which we'll talk about shortly. I completely missed Wobbly Life in this whole thing, but I don't know, it didn't overly float my boat. It's still, I'm not feeling amazed by the whole thing, so happy to pass on that one for now. Pico Park 2, which was another day and date drop. Let me know if there's anything as we're going through here that you're super keen on. I wasn't overly crazy about it. Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope DX.
I don't have any friends, so. Oh, yeah, Shovel Knight, yes. For some reason, I almost got that mixed up with Silk Song. I thought, oh, Silk Song's there. And just gave me the 5-second trailer and just said, no, here
Just
you go,
slip through.
piss off.
No,
Shovel
Shovel Knight.
Knight.
So a 10-year-old game that is getting a deluxe edition. I'm going to play it because I love Shovel Knight. An enhanced version of the action platforming classic now with 20 playable characters, seamless online multiplayer, and other new features. We'll learn more sometime next year. Cool, but really they just need to get Meat of the Hollow out already and then work on Shovel Knight 2. Europa, which has a lot of kind of journey sort of qualities about it in some ways. I'm keen to see more. Got a date of October 11th. Cuisineer, which, as I mentioned before, we've kind of seen that at PAX a few times over the years. I believe it's already out on PC and maybe some other platforms as well, but it's coming to Switch on the 28th of January. On Your Tail, a sleuthing story-driven life sim. That's coming out November 21st. Metal Slug Tactics, which I am pretty keen on. Like, I don't mind me a tactics game in that sort of vein of Metal Slug or Final Fantasy Tactics or Square Enix's Triangle Strategy that came out the other year. Like, that they're good engaging games to play. Can you check that one out? It still doesn't have a date. Just fall 2024 apparently. The Plucky Squire. Now, we haven't had a chance to discuss the fact that it's been dated, and this news was kind of already out there thanks to PlayStation revealing it a few days prior to this. But what are you thinking about the fact that we're playing the Plucky Squire now in about 14 days as of when this goes live?
I'm excited.
Oh.
It was one of the games from last year I saw. I thought, I want to play this game. I want a game that has 2D elements and 3D elements. I'm all in.
I was getting increasingly worried this wasn't going to come out this year after being a 2023 game that got delayed and then it's just been silence for ages. Gamescom came and went with nothing. There'd been a whole range of different events that have just passed and it didn't feature. There was no date, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is on the PlayStation blog. Hey, it's coming to PlayStation Plus, and here's the release date. Like, oh, awesome. And so Nintendo's just kind of doubled down on it there. The final game from the showcase was another day and date release. Pizza Tower, which has been huge on PC, was coming to Switch. I didn't really know anything about Pizza Tower at all until this, and then I checked out the trailer. I'm like, oh my god, like it's a kind of 90s, very 90s inspired in terms of its humor, in terms of its style, everything kind of like an action platformer. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I might check it out at some point.
It's what Bubsy could have been. Good.
Well, yeah, which would then be basically just Earthworm Jim, which is some of the vibes that this gave
Oh,
off.
yeah.
That's some of the vibes that this gave off
Oh,
as well
that's
too, by the way.
legend. What a
So
game.
good
What a
quality stuff.
game.
So that was it for the Indie World thing. Give me a score out of 10 for that showcase with all those games.
I'd give it a solid 4,
Yeah, I'd be in the same.
maybe a 3.
Whereas I'd probably be
it
4 to 5, just because Pizza Tower's intriguing, Plucky Squire's great, Metal Slugger's great, Europa looks pretty cool, Shovel Knight, whatever, it's the same game, and then of course, as I mentioned before, Sea of Stars. But otherwise, yeah, it was kind of lacking. There wasn't like a big explosion. There wasn't a big mic drop moment. There wasn't. Hollow Knight. So what was even the point, right?
I know, it's just pointless. I mean, why do those people even turn up if there's going to be no Hollow Knight? That's what people want.
They've got
People want Hollow Knight.
just
Hollow
like
Knight, not Hollow Knight.
Nintendo and how they say there's not going to be any mention of our next console here. They put that now. Every time there's a direct of some sort, they stress, and we won't be talking about the Nintendo Switch successor in this showcase. They need to do the same thing. In that same post, they just need to say no Nintendo Switch successor and also no Hollow Knight Silksong, just to get it off the back straight away. But anyway, that's a free bit of advice for you there, Nintendo. So moving over to the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, which is where they kind of lean more on some of their larger partners, third parties, those sorts of things. There was a whole lot of Tetris that kicked it off. Tetris Forever, which includes a whole bunch of like retro Tetris games. There's a brand new Tetris experience called Tetris Time Warp, where you'll jump between gameplay styles from across the series. They also then revealed that the NES version of Tetris is going to come to Nintendo Switch Online later this year, and that Tetris 99, there was some sort of update coming to that as well. So a whole lot of Tetris to kind of celebrate the 40th anniversary of the franchise. But anything there that really kind of captured your interest?
No, I think it's more mind-boggling that Tetris is 40 years old and is still popular today. I think that's what blows my mind. It's just a game of just shapes and blocks.
Somehow,
And
my
just in a
father-in-law
line.
only just discovered Tetris in like the last month or so. He's only just learned, like,
Has he been living under a rock?
yes.
I've never
The
played it
the
in
video
primary
game
school,
world has
but-
never been something he's ever. It's just never been a factor in his life in any way, shape, or form, and only little bits via the fact that I kind of entered the family. But yeah, somehow I just never. And Tetris doesn't necessarily come up when he asks me about games, because I'm not necessarily going back and playing Tetris overly often. But he's discovered it recently, and he's fallen in love with Tetris. So I think it's awesome.
Oh, it was better late than never. Let's be to.
Just need to
be
steer him
honest.
to Tetris Effect. Put him in VR. Do Tetris Effect in VR.
Oh yeah.
Go
Yeah,
straight
so
in
I
the
think
deep end.
overall, I think the Tetris, great. More Tetris. I didn't even know there was that many versions of Tetris. I thought it was just one Tetris game, and that was it. And then they just did the full Skyrim effect and just updated it.
Put it on
every
everything.
5 years. And put it on everything.
But apparently not. The next game was Star Overdrive, and I feel like I need to read this out because it's just a weird one. Solve puzzles, fight formidable enemies, and wield the powers of the Keytar in this intergalactic adventure.
That's a
The
keytar.
Keytar. There's a
The thing
Keytar.
you ride around on ride around on is a keytar.
Looks like he's kind of got like the key art that I'm seeing, or the YouTube thumbnail here. Looks like the Keytar's on his back. It looks like he's kind of hovering on something, and then Star
wait,
Star
so-
Overdrive puts you in control of a hypersonic hoverboard on a distant
Oh.
planet as you explore alien biomes in a 3D open world third-person action adventure experience. My God, they put every buzzword in the world in there. You'll need every ounce of the creativity you can muster to overcome challenges and grow your Keytar-based powers.
So it's basically Ocarina of Time with a keytar.
Yeah,
Cool.
could be interesting, I guess, maybe. Goat Simulator 3 was a day and date launch. Moving on. Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the First, which is basically like it's a
too much.
remake. They're looking to remake a whole bunch of those. Matto, as a long-standing lover of all things JRPGs, can't wait. Star Wars Hunters,
The sentence
Season
is
3.
way too long. That's a novel, that title.
mate, we haven't even gotten to the worst of it yet.
Have we?
No. So yeah, Star Wars Hunters Season 3. That's a I've forgotten the name now. Zynga. That's a Zynga job. That company that what's his name went to after he destroyed the Xbox One launch. Don Matrick.
Don
Don Matrick. Stalker Legends of the Zone trilogy, which is
yeah.
it was a collection of all the old Stalker games that came to PlayStation, Xbox a little while ago. It's coming to Switch in November. Worms Armageddon Anniversary Edition. So speaking of
Oh,
games that have been kicking around forever,
oh.
Worms was arrived in 1999. It's now we're now getting this anniversary edition September 26th.
When I saw Worms, I thought, man, I feel old. Just remember playing Worms back in the day.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Oh man,
Good
I want
times
to
though.
play it too.
Good
It
times.
is good times. Just ruining friendships at one shot at a time. Like, oh hey, there's 3 of your friends. I'm gonna blow them up
Splat.
with a grenade and splat. And then, oh, good times, good times.
Disney's Dreamlight Valley end of summer in-game event, the 4th to the 26th of September. Okay, sure. Animal Crossing fans have something to go chase since they're not getting any Animal Crossing for a while. SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game, is coming October 4th. Didn't know it existed, but it's coming out really soon. Sure. Fitness Boxing 3, Your Personal Trainer, coming the 5th of December 2024.
Didn't even know there was 2
Yeah.
other ones. I was like, 3? I was like, where's the other 2? This is like a ghost simulator.
And
thing.
why
It's
would
just-
you need other ones?
It's called Wii Fit. Go play Wii Fit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Wii Sports or Wii Nintendo Switch Sports. That's probably the same thing.
Yeah,
With
pretty much.
the same amount of injuries.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which is coming to PS4 and Switch. No Xbox. It's been a really contentious point for Xbox fans, but you basically don't get exclusives anymore, so don't complain about Capcom's Fighting Collections. But yeah, it's got, and I guess this is a really interesting one for a lot of kind of classic fighters fans because it includes Capcom versus SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, sure, whatever. Power Stone 1 and 2, which were huge kind of classic ones from back in the day, and then like Plasma Sword and more. So it's far more of the niche ones, but Power Stone is a really important title along the way. So people could stand to go check that one out when the time comes. That's coming out just sometime in 2025. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. So we're getting some classic Marvel vs. Capcom games. X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel versus Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes, and even the old coin-op arcade classic, The Punisher. Tossing a whole bunch of classics out there. That is the 12th of September, so people can get that in a bit over a week. Here's the one with the title for you.
I'll say I'll add on to that Street Fighter one. My first thought was when I saw that, I thought they should remake Soul Calibur 2 because all I was thinking about was
that's a
Yoda
good
and
one.
Darth Vader.
Oh, but
They-
was that's the 4th one.
I think it was the number 2 because I'm pretty sure Yoda
No.
was on the GameCube and Darth Vader was on the PS2. They had Geralt of Rivia in 4, I think.
I reckon no, because yeah,
be
Link
wrong.
Link was in
Link, yeah. Oh wait,
Link
no,
was
it
in the
Link
GameCube version. Yeah. And
And
then
I think Yoda was on Xbox.
Soul
Maybe.
Calibur 2
That's right.
exclusive characters.
I swear, yeah. Yoda and Darth Vader were on.
No,
on
so it
one
was Heihachi from Tekken was on the PS2, Link was in the GameCube one, and Spawn from the comic book series of the same name by McFarlane was on Xbox.
on. Well,
So-
that is. Let's be honest. Or maybe it was 3. I swear
I'll
there was a Yoda and Darth Vader one.
Soul Calibur 3. Oh, struggling to find it there. Let's try 4. I'm pretty sure it was 4. Yeah, it was 4 because the PS3 version had Darth Vader, the Xbox version had Yoda.
Yoda. There we go. Got mixed up. I completely when you said Link, I was like, oh, that's right. That was 2. That makes
Going
more
way
sense.
back, yeah.
Way back.
Now, next up, as I mentioned, the longest title of the lot
The long
here,
one.
Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist
yeah.
of Memories
Yeah, that's
and
right.
the Envisioned Land, early 2025. There's a lot of these Atelier games. There's a lot of love from some people for these Atelier games. Drew Agnew, House of Mario, doesn't mind himself an Atelier game, I believe. But that game name is far too long. Like, I don't want to have to say, hey, I'm playing Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land whenever I just want to talk about games I've been playing lately.
Not when it takes up 7 pages worth of writing. It's like too much.
That's it.
Too much.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
it. I'm
for a
happy to be a
movie title,
hypocrite here.
I think a movie title that's going too much as well. That's almost going at a Fantastic Beast situation.
Oh, yeah.
That's going too far.
In this one space, though, I am happy to be a hypocrite because the next game on the list was Suikoden 1 and 2, HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunen Unification Wars. I don't know where the Gate Rune and Dune and Unification Wars name came into it, because it was
I
just
reckon
called
they'll just
Suikoden One
start
and
passing
Two
around.
on the respective releases back on the PS1. But anyway, so the remasters of those PS1 classics now finally have a release date. That Capcom announced that. I distinctly sorry, not Capcom, Konami. I distinctly remember that one queuing up for a final back in 2022. I'm going to say it was getting really excited for I think it was the Geelong and Brisbane prelim of that year, and then all of a sudden that announcement happened while I was in the queue, and I got real pumped. It's going to be like 2.5 years just for a PS1 remaster. So I don't know what's been taking him so long, but anyway, that's going to come out. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, which you're pretty keen on. November 14th. They're just, I guess, showing that one off again. One game that definitely caught my interest, and it was out now. The Castlevania Dominus collection. So again, Konami with another collection there. That was all the DS games, which was, I guess, for Castlevania, for I guess fans of that franchise, really full stop. The DS games were always a bit of a question as to how they planned on remastering because of the two screens thing. One screen was the map, so all they've done is had the gameplay kind of on the left, and on then the right side of the screen you can see the map as you kind of build it out. So
They love a good shadow drop. Just out now.
yeah,
What,
Nintendo went for a lot of them.
hold on a sec. Yeah, no, it's surprising. Like, oh, out now. Like, oh, hang on a second, and just slow down on these out now situations.
Once we're done, I'll count up how many we had in the end across the two showcases, because yeah, there's been quite a few. So I'm pretty keen on that one now. I've just put it in my wish list for the time being, and I'll get back to it maybe when there's a sale at some point, because those collections get discounts fairly often. But I'm stoked to see it happening. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. I could not have possibly expected this one. I did not think that the Switch would be able to run it, and yet it's coming. So, okay. I mean, that's cool. I won't be playing it there.
Yeah, because I feel like it's gonna catch fire.
Pretty much.
Switch. Well, if you got the old Switch, better start digging a grave for it, just in case.
Yeah,
catches fire.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think it's a good thing. Get it in more hands is good, and it certainly fits with. I think 2K wanting to get that franchise out to more people rather than just the PC community, which is huge and they love it. But why not tap into the PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo communities? I just don't. Yeah, I just don't know. They must be really stylizing the Switch version just to make it a little less demanding on the console. Tales of Grace's F Remastered comes out 17th of January. Again, you're not a Tales person. I am. I'm keen to check it out. But My Sims, which I just thought died on the Wii, but My Sims is back. My Sims Cozy Bundle, the 19th of November, is coming. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 and Security Breach Holiday 2024. Disney's Epic Mickey Rebrushed. Just another trailer. We already knew the date. It's coming out later this month, the 24th of September. That also included, this was part of a little sizzle reel that included Lego Horizon Adventures. Just another look at that. Nintendo has shown more trailers for Lego Horizon than PlayStation has at this point. Funko Fusion, EA Sports FC 25, Just Dance 2025 edition, and Tales of the Shire, the Lord of the Rings game. Nice. They're all there. Nothing necessarily new for any of them, really. Tales of the Shire kind of reconfirmed that it's meant to be coming out this holiday season. There's a big presence from the team at PAX Australia this year. Thanks, press releases. But yeah, Just Dance couldn't care less about. Funko Fusion couldn't care less about. EA Sports FC couldn't care less about. Horizon, just give me the date, PlayStation. I won't be playing it on Switch. I don't know why I would. Yeah, if I'm going to go portable, I'll play it on my portal. We're getting close to the end now, though. There's Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. So there's a new Rune Factory game. I wanted to really like the Rune Factory ones because it's kind of Harvest Moon, but just with a bit more RPG in it. But I just could never click with how overly anime some of the other ones got. Like, nah, it was out. Yakuza Kiwami. So the Sega's done all they need to do now with PlayStation and Xbox, and so now they're starting to pump these remasters out onto Switch now. So Yakuza Kiwami is coming out the 24th of October, and that's it. That was the last one.
That's it.
What'd you think? Score it.
Score it out of 10 again. I would say I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I'm going to deduct 1 point off them. For one reason being, when they said the partners stuff, they said it is for the games for the remaining of the year,
Oh,
half
Nintendo
year,
always lies like
whatever.
that.
And and they said the first game or second game came, said come in 2025. I thought, hold on a second, that's not 2024. And then there's like a
They
whole heap of
lied.
other games, 2025. 2025 was like, hey, you can't tell me these are all the games coming out in 2024, and they're coming out in
Nah,
2025.
they've got you covered here, mate. They're
No,
going to
no,
go,
no,
oh,
no,
it's
no.
fiscal year 2024. That covers their ass all the way through to mid-year. Dodgy bastards.
No.
Now, while we all kind of sharing those thoughts, I'm going to do a quick count on how many day and date launches we've got in this whole thing. But yeah, I'm with you on the 5, maybe a 6, because there was that, like, I mean, as much as we didn't see much that was new, it was nice to see Horizon. I enjoyed Epic Mickey back in the day. Tales of Grace's F I'm keen on. Castlevania I'm keen on. Dragon Quest 3 I'm keen on. Suikoden 1 and 2 I'm keen on.
I'll take it back. I'll give it a 5. They can have their point back.
Yeah, okay.
But still,
Very generous.
Don't tell me something's coming out. This is the rest of the year, and you give me 2025 dates. I don't care if it's January 1st. That's not 2024.
Yeah, fair. All right. Let me see if I can do a quick scroll while you're chatting there about it, and see if I can work out how many. Fill some time for me.
Fill some time. Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's going well.
Hey,
well, I found one. Castlevania.
Castlevania.
There's one.
What about it? Why?
No, I'm coming through the list while you're vamping and filling in time. I'm counting up the number of day and date launches we had.
I mean, it'd be great when they tell us when the new Nintendo console is going to come out. Just tell us. Give us a month. Maybe say at the end of 2024, and then lie and say it's in 2025. You know, like what you just did to us with your partner side of things.
It's true.
Really counted hard. You counted hard right there. It's just
I put myself to sleep doing it.
for day releases.
There was 5.
Only 5.
There was 5. I must have missed something. There's got to be a 6th one in there somewhere at least. But there's 5 or 6 of them. So congrats, Nintendo. And yeah, that kind of matches with my score. Yeah, I've give the partner showcase a 5 or a 6. Mostly because there was that string of RPGs there in the middle that kind of saved the day for me, but otherwise, and even those didn't really tell us anything new. Like Dragon Quest, we knew about. It was nice to finally get a date for Suikoden, but like they just didn't really show anything across 2 showcases. So they got a fat load of a 9 out of 20 across the 2 showcases for me. Not great.
That's not even a pass in school. That's getting
That's
kept
a fail.
and doing it again.
So better luck next year, champ. And that's, look, I know we know where Nintendo's at this point. They are trying to stall a little bit till the end. They've got probably marketing arrangements with a few of these. That can be the only reason why, in my eyes, that things like Five Nights at Freddy's ever get a showcase is because of that. Same with Funko Fusion. There's got to be a partnership there. Just Dance, like they know that the people who are watching a Nintendo Direct aren't tuning in. Like they're not the Just Dance fans. They're not the FC25 fans. But they know that then the trailer will pop up on the channel, which will get seen by the relevant people, and so that's why they're there, and they get paid the bucks by Ubisoft and EA, so why not? And everyone else who's got their shitty games. So yeah, bit of a letdown, but we can sit and hope for a real Nintendo Direct sometime soon. One with Hollow Knight Silksong in it.
And probably more Metroid Prime 4 and some fillers, some shadow drops, and
Hollow Knight.
else. Hollow Knight, yes. Hollow Knight 2 out today. That will blow people's minds.
Oh my god!
Just imagine.
It's Jeff. I've just got that feeling that Jeff's working on it for the end of the year. It'll be a bit like Sports Story, which Sports Story ended up being a bit of a flop. But Sports Story was like a Nintendo Direct, just day and date drop at the very, very end of the year. It came out like Boxing Day or something like that, a couple of years back. I could see them just right at the very end of the year going, here it is, go get it. And the internet just implodes. So we'll see. Until then, though, we wait.
The other games. It's just all about Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Anything else you want to discuss regarding the Nintendo Directs?
No,
All right. Well,
just yeah, be better. Well, not be better. We'll probably
they
will
usually
get a
have
better
pretty great
one.
showcases, so they're probably within their rights to have one dud somewhere along the way. They usually, even the lower end of the spectrum, like those partner showcases, they usually have a couple bangers that make it work. This time, probably for maybe the first time, they didn't. So it is what it is.
Especially when your last game is Yakuza. I mean, it's nothing against Yakuza, but let's be honest, you're about 5 years too late.
Yeah. And then what are they going to start drip feeding the rest of them out like one every 2 months
no.
now for the next it's
Yeah.
we've done it already. People have done it already. The people had the opportunity to do so. You've done it already. You've gone through almost all of them now, right?
Well, we're getting close. I'm gonna play 7. Then
But you're in a pretty good spot.
erase his name, and yeah, that's it.
And then like a
Oh,
Dragon
yeah,
2.
the 8th one too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Infinite Wealth.
Infinite Wealth.
Got that now. Oh man,
You got 3.
just keep popping up. God damn.
That's all right. They haven't announced an actual new one yet, though, so you've got some time.
Oh, just wait. Just you wait. They'll just out of nowhere just go, hey, here's another one. Be oh shit, not another one.
They need to take a break for a while. Just give people some time to
Go-
catch up.
Go make like 4 dud Sonic games first, then come back and bring the faith back to Sega with another Yakuza game.
That's it.
Or bring back Daytona. Do a remaster of Daytona
Anything.
500.
They've got their super game where they're bringing back all of those old classics. So just invest the time in that and give Yakuza a break for a little while.
About that.
And
is that
then
coming out?
that gives us time to go and play those. Yeah, no idea. There's a lot of them. So from Jet Set Radio to what's it? The old taxi game, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, there's plenty of those. So something to look forward to from Sega in the future. That's maybe not Yakuza. Anyway, we'll wrap this up then. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Visit the website player2.net.au. Just drop some comments actually while you're at it. Let us know what you thought about the various different games that were on show here. Were we not giving enough credit to some? Too much credit to others? Let us know anyway. Are you an Attilia fan that's really upset by the heat that I gave it just for its ridiculous name? Let us know in the comments.
Or what's your favorite relationship with a random?
Oh yeah, date everything. Yeah, sorry everyone. Yeah, if you got upset about date everything,
Kettle.
my bad. Coffee Talk 2 people, sorry, or Coffee Talk Tokyo people. I'm sorry that I suggest they're not real people and that we need to stop wasting our time with it. My bad. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Go check that one out as well. And finally, we're on Twitter. Matto.
Matto_Phil. Just
Paul
not in
Jan-
Brazil.
No. Paul James Games for myself. The website is player2au. And until next time, thanks a lot for watching and we'll see you later.